Hi there, this is a video as promised. I did say I'd do it live, but actually I'm just going to record this now and put it on. So basically, Shen therapy can really have a good effect, a permanent effect on physical pain. And what I found over the past few years is probably quite important, but I haven't really obviously shared it with you. But basically, it is that when I treat people for emotional issues such as grief, anxiety, sort of low self-esteem, sort of anything emotional, what I've found, just taking it for granted, is that pain, physical pain, goes away usually permanently. So, for example, if you've got a niggly shoulder, I used to have one. A niggly shoulder that kind of always came back. It always comes back. You might go for massage or physiotherapy, and for some reason, it's kind of your thing. You've got a pain that always comes back. Another very common one is lower back pain. That's very, very common. And other various pains. So basically, my message is, which I've sort of taken it for granted as part of my work, is really prompted by the fact a lady's recently come for Shen who had chronic pain for nearly a decade, and she's literally apparently had tried absolutely everything through the pain clinic and what have you, but after 2 Shen sessions her chronic pain has gone, and I think it's probably a couple of months later now, it's still fine. She's had a top-up single session since then. So that's fantastic news, and I really sort of thought, oh my goodness, to me this is just something I know happens. But when the chronic pain lady came along, obviously that's going to have quite a amazing impact on her life. I thought I really must share this with you. The fact that when you have Shen therapy, which is a biofield therapy, so I'm using the chi flow in your body, which Qigong people use, acupuncturists use needles to encourage it along the surface. So I'm using the Qi flow to relax the body with Shen therapy. Now please hang on in there with me over this one. It sounds unbelievable, but basically it really works very well for emotions. But the thing is, physical pain can be actually held in place by emotions. So let's say lower back pain, there could be emotions kind of held in the lower stomach, because when you feel emotions, you don't feel them in your head. If you feel grief, you feel a tightening in your heart. If you feel anxiety or fear, it's a tightening in the solar plexus. If you feel shame or embarrassment or betrayal, you can have that sort of gut punch. So it's always like a contraction happening in the body, and those are your stored emotions and are stored there by life, by what we all go through. So I think the thing is, I haven't communicated clearly here before now, is the fact that those patterns in the body that are emotional actually hold and create physical pain quite often. So this lady who had chronic pain, she wasn't particularly aware of anything emotionally. She wasn't particularly, other than obviously the fact the pain was making her life impossible. But basically, you don't even have to be overly aware of the emotion. It might just be sort of deeply buried in your body. It will, even if you're not aware of it, it can hold the pain in place. So it can hold a lower back pain in place. And the telltale sign is, if you keep having treatment, physical treatment that is, in terms of other practitioners that might try and manipulate your body or massage your body, if it keeps coming back, and they say, oh well, we don't know why, quite often clients tell me that they've been told, well, there's no reason why you should have this, we've given you a scan, perhaps with joints, there's no physical reason, we can't see anything. There's the massive clue, and that's what I really want to get across today is that's the massive clue, that it could be your sort of emotions that are bodily held, that you feel in the body, affecting that pain. And so it might be also that you've gone through something difficult. So some people say, oh, well, I've got this pain, and I'll say, well, when did it start? And it was, oh, it was since this happened, an upset at work. Or maybe when people get stressed, they might find that the lower backache happens. So yeah, so the long and short of it is, if you kind of have an inkling that this might be the case for you, and if these pains are a bit of a nuisance and you'd really like to give them a good chance of resolving, then I suggest give Shen a go. And there's a book now button at the top of this page, which it looks like there's loads of free space, but that's because I take bookings through email as well. So just, if you do book now, choose the time you want and I'll accommodate it if I can. There's also shenguernsey@gmail.com, that's my email, and my webpage is shenguernsey.com, and there you've got why Shen works quickly. There's a description on that. There's a description on what sort of what I can cover, what kind of emotional conditions I can cover. There's a list of all that. And yeah, my name is, for those of you that don't know, Joanne Henton, and I'm certified by the International Shen Therapy Association to practice Shen. And what a Shen session is like is also on my website, shenguernsey.com. You can see a description of what it's like to have a Shen session. And yeah, please do contact me and share this if you think that you know somebody who's got pain that hasn't been resolved and they've been told there's no particular reason for it. Please do share or send this to them. And yeah, so there we go. So have a good weekend, everybody, and take care. Okay, bye now.